In local news, the Busan Waterloo-style co-op program, which connects university students with local companies for practical training and employment, has shown strong results. The program adopts the University of Waterloo's practical talent development system to Busan, combining classroom semesters with company internships. The Busan Economic Promotion Agency announced today that last year, 102 students from 5 universities and 74 companies participated, achieving a 30% employment rate. This year, 6 universities and around 60 companies will take part. Universities can receive up to 25 million won in operating support. Students who secure jobs at internship companies receive 2 million won, and companies can receive 1.6 million won per month for interns, plus other allowances. Haeundae-gu District in Busan will move all utility poles and overhead wires underground in the popular Cheongsapo area. The district signed an agreement with Korea Electric Power Corporation's South Busan branch today to carry out the project. The plan was approved after KECO's undergrounding project selection. The work covers about 900 meters from the Cheongsapo public parking lot to the last bungalow. The area's tangled poles and wires have long been criticized for harming the cityscape and creating walking difficulties. Haeundae plans to finalize designs, start construction in 2027, and complete the project by 2029. Officials say the project will improve the area's tourist image and boost the local economy. In international news, military chiefs from 35 countries, including France, held a virtual meeting today to discuss the Middle East situation. The French military said the talks focused on ensuring safe navigation in the Strait of Hormuz after fighting ends. It added the meeting was defensive in nature and not linked to ongoing operations. South Korea also joined, sharing views on maritime security with no decisions on military support. And now for today's weather. Currently, it is 20 degrees Celsius with clear skies and moderate fine dust levels. The temperature is expected to drop to around 10 degrees later today. That wraps up this hour's news. Thank you for joining us. You're listening to BEFM, 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM, 부산영어방송.
Coming up next is Sweet Date with Yoonji Lee. BEFM, 부산영어방송.
Hello, lovely sweeties. Happy Friday and welcome to Sweet Date. So these days, you might have come across videos where foreigners share what surprised them the most about Korea. And one story keeps coming up again and again. So people leaving their laptops at a cafe to save their seats and coming back to find everything exactly where they left it. Or maybe someone briefly stepping away from the luggage on the street only to return and see it untouched here in Korea. And for many visitors, this feels almost unbelievable. Some even say it feels like an unspoken agreement, a quiet rule that everyone just follows. And maybe that's what makes it interesting, not just safety, but this everyday sense of trust between the strangers. And have you ever wondered why this happens? What makes these small but surprising moments possible? So we're going to try to find the answer together in just a bit. But for now, shall we begin today's sweet date?
널 보러 가는 길 가벼운 채우는 너에 대한 모든 생각들 걸음 따라서 커지는 선율이 내 맘을 두드리고 있지 널 보러 가는 길 가벼운 걸음에 피어난 꽃잎이 사랑이란 말하고 있어 내 맘엔 더딘 시계 위를 서성이 닦아 쉬지 않고 정각으로 달려가 멈출 수가 없는 발걸음이 날 내게로 데려가 기꺼이 너를 기다리는 모든 순간이 그 자체로 아름다워 있잖아 스쳐 지나갔던 많은 이름과 홀로 걸었던 이 같은 거리가 마치 기적처럼 어느 한순간 날 떠올리잖아 서두르는 새로운 멜로디와 리듬에 맞춰서 드는 발소리가 세상을 울리며 너를 기다려
And that was Prelude of Love by 도겸X승관 from 17. And the song gently talks about the beginning of love, those quiet, fluttering moments that slowly grow into something deeper. And it captures that feeling of realizing, almost without noticing, that something small has started to mean a lot to you. And maybe that's why those everyday moments feel a little more special to us. And hello, sweeties. We're live from a studio in Busan this Friday afternoon, and welcome to Sweet Date. Hope you're having a good day so far. You're tuned into BEFM 90.5 in Busan and 103.3 FM in the Kijang, Cheonggan, and Noksan areas. And I'm Yoonji. And we have sweeties coming in. We have Benny coming in first saying hi, Yoonji and Napidi and all. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. Woohoo. It's already Friday. It's like doing countdown every weekdays, right? Monday, Tuesday, and then it just flies by. I don't know why, right? Maybe because I'm here with you guys. Oh, thank you for being here on this Friday. Also, we have Travis coming in saying, hey, Yoonji and guys, that's a massive asset in building a positive image of Korea. I know, right? So in the opening, we were kind of talking about the citizenship, a high sense of citizenship that we have here in Korea, right? If you leave your luggages here, like nobody touches it, right? Oh, yeah. So I think he's talking about that. Yeah, thank you for checking in with us and sending in your message. Yes, and also we have Sangmin-님 checking in as well. Hello, Sangmin-님. Are you listening to classical music at the moment? Yes. Also, we have Travis saying that I heard that abroad, I have to take my books and bag with me, even when just going to the restroom in a library. Yeah, I know, right? You have to carry everything around. I remember trying to go to a cafe, and then I once forgot to bring my laptop with me. So I was like, oh, wait, I have to go get it, right? So I went again and then got it and took it to the bathroom. But I mean, Korea is so safe, right? So thankfully. Also, we have Sangyun-님 checking in as well, saying TGIF. Ooh, TGIF to you, Sangyun-님. I believe that yesterday you missed our show. Am I right? I don't have a list or anything, but I remember, somehow it seems like we haven't seen you for a while. I don't know why. But anyway, welcome guys to this show. And so today we've been talking about those surprising moments, like leaving your belongings behind and still finding them exactly where you left them, right? So why does this happen to us? And some experts say that this isn't just about safety or surveillance. A psychology professor here in Korea explains that even before surveillance cameras, people didn't steal because a strong sense of community trust was already part of everyday life here. In other words, this idea of that's not mine, so I shouldn't touch it, has been built into the culture for a long time. And there's also a shared social expectation. People tend to believe that others will act the same way they do, and that mutual trust quietly shapes behavior in public spaces. But I mean, this kind of everyday trust isn't something that you see everywhere, right? In many cities around the world, as Travis has said earlier, people are constantly reminded to keep their belongings close to them, even for a short moment. So for many visitors, this simple situation in Korea feels not just surprising, but almost hard to believe, right? So with that, we're going to jump into today's question of the day. Are you guys ready? Have you ever lost something and got it back? Or maybe reported a lost item that you have found? So let me repeat the question once again. Have you ever lost something and got it back? Or maybe reported a lost item that you've found? So in Korean, 잃어버린 물건을 되찾은 적이 있거나 또한 잃어버린 물건을 맡긴 적이 있으신가요? So that's our question. Oh, fun. So for me, to name a few out of bazillion stuff that I've lost, it would be driver's license, right? I got them reissued countless times. Wow. I can't remember how many times I've lost that. Yes, I'm not very proud of that. But I bet there are some of you who have actually done this, like me. Also, my ID card, I've lost it, right? And yes, half a year later, I think I got like this mysterious package in my mailbox and I ripped it open and there it was. I didn't even know I like lost my ID card. And there it was, my ID card from the police station. So I was like, first, when I ripped it open, I didn't know what was inside. So I was like, whoa, what does the police station have to say? Am I like in trouble or something? But then I ripped it open and there it was, my ID card. Woohoo! So maybe something like that. Have you guys lost anything and got it back? Or have you actually like tried to return something that people have lost? And I also like came across this story in the news, I think several years ago. But this was about a new scam targeting people's good heart. And like someone leaves a wallet on top of an ATM on purpose. I didn't know that. And when a good Samaritan tries to take it to the police station, they can actually end up being accused of stealing their money. So after hearing that news, I thought to myself, it really made me think. And maybe the best thing to do these days is just leave it the way it is, right? Because the owner will realize it at some point and they will come back to get it, right? So maybe something like that. Just send in your episodes, guys, some funny stories that you'd like to share with our listeners. So send in your text anytime at pound 9050, that's 샵 9050, and remember, each message costs $101. You can send in your message through Kakao Talk as well. You can add us as a friend by searching BEFM or 부산영어방송, and then you can send in your messages there for free. And if you'd like to see what's happening here in the studio, we're live at the moment on YouTube as well. So simply search BEFM or 부산영어방송, hit the live stream button, and feel free to drop by and watch along and maybe type something in the chat room as well. So I would love to hear your answers, guys. And before we move on to our next segment, let's take a song break. And here is 인사 Panorama by 태연.
시간을 되돌린대도 너의 곁에 함께하길 난 다시 택하겠지. 내게 유난히 길고 길던 밤 어둠 속에서 헤맸어도 멈추진 않았지. 난 이 모든 게 처음부터 정해진 운명이었던 것처럼 바라보면 아프게 웃던 그만큼 더 아름다웠던 그때의 너와 나에게 손 흔들어 인사를 건네
Welcome back to Screen Bites, everyone, where we learn everyday English expressions through scenes from movies and dramas. And this week, we're continuing with the film called We Bought a Zoo, in Korean title, 우리는 동물원을 샀다. So in today's scene that we're going to be looking at, Ben continues house hunting with his cute daughter, Rosie, and the real estate agent. And they've been looking at several houses, but nothing has quite felt right until now. You guys know that feeling, right? And as they arrive at this new property, something immediately clicks for Ben. And while the agent sees potential problems, Ben sees something completely different. So let's check out the line between realtor, Ben, and Rosie. Listen. What would we do with 18 acres? I'm going to be honest with you. The Rosemore property has some challenges. Well, what doesn't? True. But this situation, I want to offer the word unique. Wait a second. Is that it? Rosie, look. And then they all get off the cart. You don't have to take a picture, Rosie. Why not? Because we're going to live here. Whoa, Mr. Me, we have to talk, okay? Let's not rush into things. Let's not... Whoa. Mr. Me, right now, I think we're jumping the gun. This is exactly what we've been looking for. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just take it all in first, shall we? So with that, here goes today's expression. This is exactly what we've been looking for. In Korean, 이게 바로 우리가 찾던 거예요. So this expression is used when you finally find something that feels just right, something that matches what you had in mind. So in the scene in the movie, Ben is showing a strong feeling, like he just found exactly what he had been hoping for all along. And here you can leave out exactly and the sentence will make sense. So you can say, this is what we've been looking for. However, here, adding exactly just makes the feeling stronger. And it emphasizes that it's a perfect match, not just a good one. So let's see how we can use it in daily conversations. Here's our first one. Hey, what do you think of this jacket? That is exactly what I've been looking for. 내가 바로 찾던 그 자켓이야. So this is used when something is a perfect match. Here's our second example. Hey, guess what? I found a job with flexible hours. I just love it. Hey, that sounds like a job that you've been looking for, right? So this is used to reflect someone's needs. And here's our last example. This place has a big yard and plenty of sunlight. This is exactly what we've been looking for. Yay! So with that, coming back to today's scene, what's interesting is the contrast here. The realtor sees risks and problem, but Ben, on the other hand, sees possibility and a new beginning. And sometimes the perfect place isn't perfect at all. It just feels right for us, right? So with that, we're going to wrap up today's Screen Bites. And just like that, we've taken a look at this week's film, We Bought a Zoo Together. So, of course, from this point on, if you haven't checked out the movie, go ahead and do that over the weekend, okay? And next week, we're going to start a brand new film. So stay tuned and look forward to it. And now we're going to enjoy some music. And here is Deep Dawn by 민서.
항상 바래왔던 deep down 새벽 공기에 참아왔던 deep down 다시 피어나는 꿈이 my mind 마음속 깊은 곳 간직했던 dreams that I know 오늘의 내가 이룰게 Getting closer to my dream when I'm with you 모를 것만 같던 새벽의 비밀이 선명해진 세상에 영원토록 꿈을 꾸고 싶어 이긴 밤 끝에 my dream comes right to you
That was Deep Dawn by Minso. So let's bring back today's question of the day, everyone. Have you ever lost something and got it back? Or maybe reported a lost item that you found. 잃어버린 물건을 되찾은 적이 있거나 잃어버린 물건을 여러분이 어딘가에 맡긴 적이 있으신가요? So that's our question. So make sure to text us at pound 9050. Short message or long story, both are welcome. But remember that each text costs 100 won. You can send in your message through Kakao Talk by searching BEFM or 부산영어방송. And if you're curious about what's going on behind the mic, you can watch us live on YouTube. So go ahead and search BEFM or 부산영어방송 on 노트북을 and hop into the live stream and hang out with us in real time. And let's see what our sweeties are saying about today's topic. We have 상윤님 saying, well, in Korean military boot camp, we had to steal each other's toothbrush and underwear sometimes because they supply only certain quantity for each soldier, and you're ordered not to lose them. Oh yeah, I've actually heard about this, right? You guys are assigned like 2 or 3 each. I don't know about the quantity, but let me know like how many you guys are given. Yes, and so he said that they had to steal each other's. Ooh, but how about the toothbrush? How can you steal each other's toothbrush? Okay, maybe I have to be in the military to really like understand what you are saying here. But yes, boot camp. That's like about 3 months, isn't it, 상윤님? How long was it when you were in the military? I want to know. Anyway, thank you. And these days I heard that you can even use your phone, like not in the boot camp, but in the military, right? So I heard that it's become more convenient, yes. And so anyway, thank you for sharing your story. We also have Zeronim checking in as well. Hello, Zeronim. Happy Friday to you. We also have CJ9님 checking in. Hello, CJ9님. How can I call you? I like this program. I have had the experience of picking up a card on the street and leaving it at a nearby convenience store. Ooh, that's why my card was missing. Okay. I went back to the place where I think I may have dropped a card, but maybe I should stop by the stores next time, right? Next time I forget something. All right. But the good thing is that, guys, like these days, everything can be on your mobile, right? So for my ID card, I have it on my mobile. And this morning, it didn't work. Like when I was using my transportation card, it didn't work, and everybody was like giving me this look. So I was like, okay, sorry guys, okay. So anyway, yes, sometimes it doesn't work. Also, we have 오세민님 checking in. Hello, 세민님. Saying, when I was 12 years old, I lost my mom's. I wonder what you lost. Oh, that was your mom's. Is it your mom's wallet or maybe your mom's phone? Because if it's a wallet, I lost my mom's wallet once, and yeah, that didn't turn out to be a happy story, you know? Well, how about for you, Semini? Did you get scolded by your mom? I want to know. And we also have Junsa님 checking in, and also Jenny Loves Music checking in, and 만학대영원이 checking in as well. Welcome, guys. Thank you for being here and sending in your messages. I'm going to read some more throughout our show, so keep sending it in. And today is Friday, right? The weekend is right around the corner, and that means Jeff is here in the studio to tell us about the news, so let's bring him in. Happy Friday, everyone. And for Weekend Haps, of course, we have Jeff here. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
While I was reading the message, he was giving me this pleasant look.
Oh, no, well, actually, wasn't it you? It was more about the underwear.
Oh. The one 상윤님 has mentioned?
Yeah, that was just a bit weird.
But I mean, that might happen, right? Because in military, you have to survive, right?
I guess so.
But how about for you? How's everything?
I am very 기분 안 좋아.
기분 안 좋아.
Yes.
항상 기분 안 좋은 거.
아니.
No? 오늘은 좀 그래도 he seems somewhat bright than usual.
기분 안 좋아.
기분 안 좋아.
Yeah, because I ordered an air conditioner for my house, for my bedroom specifically, and they couldn't install it.
What?
Why
not?
They aren't allowed to install it. Something to do with the boiler and the other one. All I heard was the guy go, Boom. So I was like, okay, well, that's a no.
So what are you going to do? Are they going to give you a refund?
I had to return it.
Oh, yeah?
That happened this morning, so that's why I'm keeping on.
But you got your money back, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like full cash. Okay.
Yeah, I'll get
good.
my money back. But yeah, so I couldn't install the air conditioner I wanted.
Oh,
So,
I'm sure you've waited so long to get
No,
that.
I ordered it yesterday.
Oh.
It's very
never
fast
mind.
right now because it's off season. So, but I was hoping to have a nice cool summer
Oh, yeah?
with my air conditioner, and now I'm not
gosh.
going to. So I'm just
You can come
thinking
to
about.
BFM to
I might
cool
have
down.
to because this room gets really cold in the summer, so I might have to stay here. Yeah. So you might see me every day, Yunji.
Oh, okay. Woo, how fun.
Yay.
So anyway, we're going to go into question of the day. Have you ever lost something like your ID card
Oh,
and got
many
it
times
back?
I've lost my
Yeah.
phone. I've lost all kinds of things. Now, I actually have a couple things with this, and
yeah?
then I'm going to comment on one of the stories you said before.
Okay.
If you lose your phone, don't freak out, because twice it's happened to me where the people have actually taken it to the police station. So go to the police station and file a report.
Oh.
And don't overreact like I did and go straight to the phone store and buy a new phone.
Yeah.
Because right after I did that and got home, I got a message that said the police found my phone. So don't overreact like I do.
So go straight to the police office.
Yeah, and file a report, and then
file a report.
they will contact you and let you know if they found it. And like I said, two people have taken it straight to the police station. Another thing is if you lose your stuff, because what you said was like they take it to the store. Go to if you're in an apartment, go to the koalisio or the security box.
Yeah.
Because people sometimes take them there. I found stuff where I've actually taken it to the security box.
So I can take it that you've lost so many.
No, I
items.
mean, like I found stuff that people lost. Like I found like credit cards and stuff like on the ground. So I just take
And
it
Jeff
to the.
taking it.
No, because actually the story you just said, there was a woman recently who got charged because she found a purse or a wallet at Busan Station, and she took it to the police station.
Yeah.
But for some reason, she took 10,000 won out of it.
What?
Yeah, there was like a bunch of money in there. She took 10,000 won because I
Oh
thought
my
she
gosh.
thought it was like for like going to the police station, taking the taxi.
yeah.
So she took out 10,000 won. She got charged.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so never touch anyone else's
Right,
stuff.
just better don't touch it.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, I see stuff all the time. Most of the time, I just leave it, and it's still there. Like
Yeah, I
2 days
know.
later.
Right? Nobody touches it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
good.
like that part
Good thing
of
that
this.
we're
I
here
like
in
that
Busan.
culture here.
Yeah, true. So now we are going to get into today's discussion, and I can't hear what you've brought for us.
Okay, so as it's getting nice outside and it's photo season, so we're going to look at 10 of the best places in Busan for Yoonji's socials.
I don't have my social.
I know.
But thank you. I will try to make one. All
For
right.
anybody else who wants to improve their socials, we're going to look
Yes.
at 10 best places, not 10 best, but 10 good places or great places in Busan to take photos and post them.
Yay! This is coming from a true insider, guys, so make sure to jot it down. Okay, so let's start with our first one.
Okay, well, most of these are pretty common places. There's nothing really hidden, but let's just go through them quickly. So the first one, obviously, Haeundae Beach. Why? Because it's clean, wide, and iconic. Here you can get nice sunrise shots, skyline views, night views of like the LCT, beach walks, all in one place. It's easy and classic content for your socials.
Ah, true. So Haeundae Beach.
Yeah.
And also,
Gwangali Beach.
Gwangali Beach.
Now, obviously, this one is especially at night with the bridge. The bridge lights up, reflects the water, and it's one of the most recognizable shots in Busan. If you can go for the added bonus is taking one of the cruises and going out there and actually being under it, and then when they're shooting the fireworks, bonus points for that one.
Ooh, I guess that you've taken a picture there?
Yes.
Yeah, well, you should share it with us. Later. Okay, anyway, with that, we have our third spot for best photos.
Have you been here? Really?
No.
Oh, you got to go here. Haeundae Blue Line Park. It's great. I went there for the first time last year, and I really liked it.
Oh.
Even if you don't take the train or the pod or the capsule thing, they have a walkway that you can walk along the coast.
Oh, I think I've been there with my parents.
Yeah, that's really nice. So the coastal train tracks, you have ocean views, colorful capsules, lots of aesthetic visuals that are perfect for reels and photos. You can also take the sky bridges there.
Ooh.
So lots of great places there
So
for photos.
sky capsules though, like in the summer season, it's gonna be really hot. So make sure to open. I think you can open the windows there, right?
No idea.
No?
I haven't been on the capsules or the
You
train. I
haven't?
walked it.
We should go on the capsule.
Let's go together.
Okay, we should.
All right,
Take
it's a
picture
sweet
there.
date.
Now moving on to our fourth one. This is popular among foreigners.
It is Gamcheon Culture Village. Like, so you have the bright stacked houses on the hillside. Every corner is a photo spot, and it is one of the most unique visuals in Korea.
Ooh, okay.
Now, I have said before that this place is a little bit overrated, but it is good for photos.
True.
We'll give it that one.
And there's the Little Prince themed house going on, guys. So
Right.
go ahead and check that out as well.
Yeah.
Yes, and moving on to our fifth place in Busan for your social would be.
Now, this is a place where you should go within the next 10 days.
Why is that?
The cherry blossoms. We're talking about Dalmaji Hill. So here, again, it's a more quiet, more scenic alternative to Hyundai. The coastal roads, the cherry blossoms in spring, and ocean views. So it's great for calm, aesthetic lifestyle shots.
I've been here. So
Yeah.
peaceful and calm.
Yeah, it's a nice drive.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, exactly.
So I've actually driven it. I have a convertible, so I put the top down on my car, and then I actually filmed myself driving, going along the coast.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's a multitasker there.
I am.
And for those of you tuning in right now, you guys are listening to Weekend Haps with Jeff, and we were kind of covering the 10 best places in Busan for your social updates. And now, moving on to our sixth best spot would be...
Hwinyaul Munhwa Maul.
Ooh, good
It's
pronunciation.
the Culture Village out in Yeongdo. So again, this is a popular spot for cliffside views facing the ocean. It has narrow alleys, white walls, and calm vibes, and it feels like a hidden Santorini-style spot. That's what they like to call it, the Santorini of Busan.
Like Greece. Yes. And now, diving into all the skywalking areas in Busan.
Songdo Skywalk, number 7. So here you can walk over the ocean on the glass flooring. You have clean horizon shots and dramatic angles. Simple but effective for your socials. Now, there's also good views from the Songdo Beach where you actually take photos of the cable car.
Oh.
So there's lots of great places out in Songdo, actually.
I heard it's very beautiful at night and it's connected to the beach, right?
Yeah.
All the way. Oh, and it's open, guys, from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Which you will not see Yunji there at 6 a.m.
Nope. And moving on to our next skywalk, which would be...
Oryokdo Skywalk out in Namgu. So here it's a bit more raw and natural than Songdo. You have the waves crashing below your feet and a strong contrast between ocean and cliffs. It's actually really nice on clear days. You can see Daemado
Seriously?
from there. Yeah. And then
Wow.
also there's some really beautiful views actually to the left and right of you, because to the left you have Igide and to the right you have in the distance you have Yeongdo.
Oh.
So it's really nice out there.
And it's like a long coastal cliff, right?
Yeah.
And I heard this is a place where EC meets the South Sea. So it's very beautiful and spectacular.
So do you know why it's called Oryokdo? It's called 5-6. The 5-6 rocks, because when the water comes in, it actually could cover one of the rocks, and then when the tide goes out, it.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's born to be Korean. Now, moving on to our ninth spot,
Now,
which would be...
You can combine this Oryokdo Skywalk Day with the Igide Coastal Walk. Now, again, this is one of the best hidden photo routes with natural cliffs, forest paths, and skyline views in the distance. Again, it's great for more cinematic and less crowded content. And you can actually drive through Igide. I don't think a lot of people know that, but you can actually drive through it, and it's a really nice drive. So you start out in Yongho-dong towards LG Metro City, drive all the way across up until you hit SK View.
Oh, I see. So in Korean, this is 이기대 해안 산책로. Oh, okay. So you can get some fresh breeze from the ocean, guys. And last but not the least, we got a temple that we can visit for our photos.
Yeah, and this one is still probably my favorite, which is Yeonggongsa.
Oh, 용궁사.
Yeah.
This is in the Sea of Kijang.
Right.
Right?
Right. So
Oh.
here you get great coastal views, great interior views. You have calm and relaxing atmosphere, which is great for minimalism shots.
Oh, and Like I was looking at the pictures and the temple is kind of like hung over the edge of
The cliff.
Yeah, of the land.
Yeah,
Must
it's
be
really nice
breathtaking.
out there.
Oh, you've actually been there?
I've been there a few times.
Wow.
Yeah,
I see.
usually, like if somebody comes here to visit, I will always take them there,
Oh.
as opposed to any of the other temples.
So you're
Yeonggwangso's the one I
facing
like.
the ocean. No.
Yeah, you're facing the ocean.
Yeah. Oh, and then
Yeah.
I have acrophobia.
I'm not surprised.
Okay. So anyway, guys, that were the 10 spots where you can take your best selfies or photos for your socials. So with that, we're going to hit pause right there and take some music break. And here is 안 봐도 비디오 Super Obvious by Made In.
나도 모르게 눈물이 내 볼을 흘러내렸지 아무리 가려도 내 속은 타고 있겠지 가슴을 다 비워낸 듯한 매번 밤이면 밤마다 나를 또 괴롭히겠지 아무리 애써도 넌 날 지나서줘 내 마음이 차갑게 식은 밤이면 더 아파올 듯한 점점 번지는 눈물이 너를 따라 색이 변할까봐 무너진 세상에 마침표일까 내 손이 덜떡하고 안 봐도 비디오 결말을 지우고서 말어 시간은 흘러 결국 모두가 다른 새로운 일일 텐데 불러도 난 없네 너 왜 어디 갔니 돌아가던 다시 같지만 난 okay 바람나 속에 내 돌이킬 수 없는 마음이 아프던 내게 아무리 못해 난 너와 없을 것만 같아 Don't cry 그 돌이킬 수 없는 장면이 또 깨지고 부서져 내 마음이 차갑게 식은 밤이면 더 아파올 듯한 점점 번지는 눈물이 너를 따라 색이 변할까봐 무너진 세상에 마침표일까 내 손이 덜떡하고 안 봐도 비디오 결말을 지우고서 바로 시간은 흘러 결국 모두가 다른 새로운 엔딩일 텐데 나도 몰래 우리 얘긴 계속되네 넌 또 나도 이 방 위에 난 낯선이야 Back to me baby 끝내서 말을 왜 해 대체 왜 해 Back to the day that we met 꿈일 거야 다 잊을 거야 혼자가 언젠가 닿을까 내게 결말이 어떻든 점점 번지는 눈물이 너를 담아 색이 변할까봐 그러한 세상에 너와 나일까 내 손이 덜떡하고 안 봐도 비디오 결말을 지우고서 봐도 시간은 흘러 결국 모두가 다른 그런 엔딩일 텐데
And that was 안 봐도 비디오 Super Obvious by Made In. And you guys are listening to Weekend Haps here with Jeff and me. So before the song break, we were kind of talking about the hot spots where to take your selfies and photos, right? And also we have lots of listeners tuning in right now and they are sending in any messages about the topic that we're talking about. But the topic for the day, we have 상윤님 kind of clearing up like what he said earlier. For details of the toothbrush story, each soldier only get one brush for 5 weeks. So if one soldier loses his brush, he has no choice but stealing others not to get punished, and the crime goes on and on. Wow.
You're not helping yourself with that story, Sangin.
But still, wow, you guys had to use one brush for 5 weeks. How about for you, Jeff? How often do you replace your toothbrush at home?
I use 2.
2?
Yeah. I have one of the electric ones, and then I also have like a regular one.
And he was showing me like during the break how he has everything automatic, right? And he was trying to like help me find my stuff, which I don't know where it is, right?
I'm going to help you with that.
Yes, thank you very much. And also we have, let's read one more message from Chunsanim saying, when I was in elementary school, I lost my smartphone. So I used GPS tracking to confirm that it was at the police station and I found it. Oh,
That's what I was just
Chunseon.
explaining to Yoonji.
Yeah, thank you, Chunseon님. Okay, so I wrote down police office, okay? So that's where I'll make my next trip to. Yes, anyway, we are gonna come back to our news for our second half. So let's get into our updates on news. Tell us the first one.
Okay, well, there's only one today because it's a big one, and I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. But we'll get into it anyways. So the Global Gathering, which happens every year, it's happened the last few years at the Cinema Center. Have you been to the Global Gathering before? Do you know what the Global Gathering is?
Yeah.
So it's very similar to like the ones in Itaewon that they have as well. So the Global Gathering is a one-day festival every year where it's been held at different parts of the city, but they finally, the last couple of years, moved it to the Cinema Center, which was great because it has the covering. They've decided, because it's the 21st anniversary, to expand the format this year, aligning it with the 19th World People's Day and the 150th anniversary of the opening of Busan Port. So one of the key programs that they're going to do, this one I don't mind. I like this one. So on May 20th at Busan City Hall, they're going to be doing like a K-pop performance competition for international students. So that's good.
Oh, yeah.
But they're going to be doing something, changing the Global Gathering to what's called Port Village Busan, which is going to run for 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Instead of one day. So this is going to be on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from June 4th to the 21st. So it's 3 weekends, 12 days in total, and they're moving it to Northport's Pier 1. So it's going to be much longer, which is where I can see some possible problems happening. But again, this is where they have like a lot of different cultural booths, K-content experiences, and international exhibitions using the waterfront venue. Some concerns about this, which would be the lack of shade, the lack of parking.
Because during this time, June, it would be...
because it's also moving to June. May has always been hot.
True.
So like some of these, they're usually around May 23rd, May 24th, and it's some of the years has been really hot.
True.
Which was why the Cinema Center is great, because it has the shade.
Yeah.
They've done it before at the train station. They did it before in Songsanghyeon Square, and it was super hot and everybody was dying.
Because there's no shade.
Right.
Oh, I see.
So that's one concern. Again, accessibility could be a concern. The biggest concern for me on this event is that it's going to be so long that it's hard for people who run the booths to actually do 12 days of this.
Oh. How long does it usually last?
1 day.
Oh, I see.
Which is, like I said, it's fine. But when you're getting organizations who, are like volunteer organizations or businesses or things like that, I think what they're trying to do is do it something a little bit like the Christmas Village, which is great. If they bring in places like those, okay, then I can see the success of this happening. But the way that the Global Gathering is set up, which is for foreigners, I see difficulties. Just because a lot of it, like the food and stuff, is done by like international organizations, and a lot of it is done by foreign students. It's their exam time. So that's one issue. Like I said, there's a few different things I can see with possible problems. Let's hope that doesn't happen, but we'll see what happens.
Hopefully.
We're hoping
crossed.
for the best.
Yes.
But 12 days is going to be interesting.
Hopefully, it turns out really good, right? And enjoyable for everyone out there.
Right.
Yes.
So we'll see what happens. I mean, I know they've been contacted about issues with this. So we'll see.
You should go whisper in their ear.
Well, actually, I whispered into somebody else's ear who has a lot of influence, and they talked with them yesterday.
Oh,
So-
so that's a positive note right there.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Okay,
what
so
happens with
fingers
that.
crossed.
Yeah.
So that was the event happening here in Busan. Now, tell us more events that are happening in and around Busan.
Okay, so this weekend going on, we've got a several music events. We have the 2026 Yeonhee Troupe regular performance. So this is going on tonight at 7:30 and tomorrow at 3 at the Busan National Gugak Center. So it's celebrating the 48th session of the UNESCO World Heritage Committee in Busan. So there's 2 performances of Nong at Root.
Huh?
Nong ak Root.
농악루.
Yeah. So if you like gugak and traditional Korean music, it's a good place to go. If you don't know where it is, it's actually, do you know where this place is, the National Gugak Center? Across from Citizens Park, almost right across from where the concert hall is.
Oh, so it's near Yeonji-dong, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Also going on just across the street at the concert hall, Ruichi Sakamoto tribute concert. That's happening Sunday at 3. At Bexco Auditorium, we have the show musical Princess Ketch Teeny Ping.
Oh.
Popular animation series is doing 6 concerts on Saturday and Sunday. Tonight at 8:15, the Kwangali Balcony Concert. The March edition features the musical styles of Jungle Bus. Nurimaru has 2 candlelight concerts going on. Lots of different things. If you like candles and concerts, there you go. Events-wise, several things going on at Bexco. We have the long one again, the 12th Korea Representative Specialty Direct Trade Fair. So this is where they bring like a bunch of different provinces all come down and then show off their stuff.
Ooh.
So you can get
it's
stuff
like a
from
market.
right. So you can get stuff from like Gyeonggi-do or places like that.
Okay. And food, beverages?
Food, home living goods from around the nation.
Oh,
Lots of
that's
different
good.
things.
Okay, so this is happening in Bexco, everyone.
Right. Also at Bexco is the Gungdi Pang Pang Cat Festa. Got to say that one fun. Got it out.
Do you know what it means?
Gungdi Pang Pang? No.
On the butt.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay.
So if you're looking for anything for your cats, check out Bexco through Sunday. Also, tomorrow and Sunday is Comic World, the 331st edition. So lots of animation things going on. We have the Busan Sale Fest to spring again. This is going on at Myeongji Ulim Park in Myeongji International Alley-style pop-up shopping area street. So if you're looking for some special shopping deals, Friday through Sunday. Cherry Blossom Festivals. So the Gaegum Idong or Tudong Cherry Blossom Culture Festival is going on. They've also moved the one at, I believe it's at the Samnak Park. They've actually moved it up a week.
Oh, wow. Because it's blossoming.
Because it's blossoming already. So this one's actually going, that one's going to the 12th. This one's taking place tomorrow at 10:30. So
Tomorrow already?
yeah, the blossoms are out. There's also the Ha Ha Hole going on tonight at Jeff's Bar in Gwangali.
Not your
Lots
bar.
of things. Not my bar, but it's a really cool named bar.
Ooh, Jeff's bar.
Jeff's Bar.
Okay. Anyway, thank you so much. We have Insernim saying, I live in Busan, but I didn't know those places well. And through this opportunity, I'm learning a lot.
That's what I do.
Ooh, thank you.
I bring the magic.
I know. You learned Korean phrase today, huh? What was it?
Gung Gungdi Pang Pang.
Oh, 그렇죠. 궁디 팡팡.
Gungdi Pang Pang.
Yes. Anyway, thank you, 궁디 팡팡, to you.
Thanks.
And hopefully we can see you next week, right?
Of course.
Okay, thank you. And that brings us to the end of First Hour, everyone. Hope you guys got some information from Jeff here. And we'll be right back here at 1 o'clock, so stay tuned, guys. In the meantime, we're going to enjoy one more track, and here is 어떤 날의 청춘이니까 by Steel Heart Club.
어렸을 때 나는 정말 멋진 어른이 될 줄 알았어 나봐 지금 이 모습이 전혀 맘에 들지 않아 애써 외면해 수만 가지 핑계를 대가면서 점을 오가는 하늘을 보며 문득 궁금해져서 말하게 모든 것들이 순탄한 일투성이었었다면 소중한 순간이 오롯이 다가왔을까 풀리지 않는 날들 속에 단순한 답이 있다면 그건 분명
캠페인은 대선공익재단과 BFM 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
It's not easy to make proper judgment in a sudden event of an earthquake. That's why it is essential that we practice emergency drills during our daily lives so that we can be prepared for any such circumstances. As soon as you feel the earthquake, hide your body under a table to protect yourself. When the shaking has stopped, shut off the gas valves and turn off the electricity, and locate your way of exit by opening the doors. If you're coming out of a multi-story building, use the stairs and definitely not the elevators. When outside the building, rush to an open field and cover your head while en route. Finally, tune into a broadcasting channel and keep yourself updated on what's happening and what to do next. Or remember, prevention is the best solution. This campaign is brought to you by BFM Busan 영어방송.
김밥가게 박 사장님도, 문구점 김 사장님도, 우리 부산의 경제를 움직이는 사람들. 우리 동네 작은 가게로 향하는 발걸음이 우리 부산의 경제를 키워가는 한 걸음입니다. 부산 방송광고 발전 협의회.
The time is now 1 o'clock.
채워뒀던 빈 마음 넘칠수록 더 비어가네. 가진 것이 많을수록 빼앗기는 것 또한 많기도 해. 손에 가득 쥐고 있던 욕심이 날 조르네. 가벼이 숨쉬기 위해 흘려보내 손을 펴서 난 0으로 다시 0으로 시작점으로 돌아가. 내가 세웠던 기준을 다시 허물어. To be myself back to zero. 가볍게 내려놓고 더 멀리 걸어가기 위해 난 숨을 고르다. 0으로 다시 0으로.
is 영으로 by 이아람. And this song, she quietly sings about returning to a starting point, which is zero, right? Letting go of what's been weighing on you and finding the courage to begin again. And her soft and honest tone really brings out those delicate emotions that don't need big words, but still stay with you. And hello, sweeties. We're live from our studio in Busan this Friday afternoon, TGIF, everyone, and welcome to Sweet Date. You're tuned into BEFM 90.5 in Busan and 103.3 FM in the Gijang, Cheongwan, and Noksan areas. And I'm Yoonji. All right, so let's see what's coming up in part 2 of today's Sweet Date, shall we? First, we're going to dive into bite-sized banter with Andrew, where we keep things light with quick chats and those fun little mini skits that always bring a few smiles. And after that, it's time for K-pop Dispatch, taking a quick look at new releases, comeback news, and a few stories lighting up the K-pop world at the moment. And before the hour wraps up, we're going to settle into Song of the Day, one track to close the hour on just the right note for the weekend. But before we get there, we're going to share today's question of the day once again. Are you guys ready? Have you ever lost something and got it back or reported a lost item that you've found? 잃어버린 물건을 되찾은 적이 있거나 잃어버린 물건을 맡긴 적이 있으신가요? So that's our question. So if you'd like to join us, send in your text at pound 9050. That's 샵 9050, and each text message is 101. Also, you can send in your message through KakaoTalk by searching BEFM or 부산영어방송. And we're also streaming live on YouTube at the moment. So if you'd like to see what's happening in the studio, go ahead and search the same name, BEFM or 부산영어방송, and then drop by the live stream. And you can also type in the chat room as well, where everyone's so welcoming and so sweet. So go ahead and send in your answers through that as well. And we have BK님 checking in saying, hi, Yeonji. Hello, BK님. Happy Friday to you. Send in your answers. We want to know how you lost and have you gotten anything back from someone strange or maybe the police office like me. Also, we have Jenny Loves Music checking in saying, hello, Yeonji and sweeties. Hello, Jenny-nim. Thank you for checking in on this Friday. Hope you have a nice plan for the weekend. Maybe you're kind of hanging out with your family, I'm guessing. Also, we have Travis saying, what a city of art and culture. I know, right? Busan is like filled with all the events and news, right? Oh, which are very surprising because like before I came here to Busan, I didn't realize there would be this much events going on, right? Yes, and thanks to Jeff, we get to understand what's going on, right? Even better without searching. Also, he's saying that I feel like people lose wallet less often these days thanks to digital ID card and Semdeng Pay. But wireless earbuds are being lost more often. 그 콩나물, 그죠? Yes, I've actually used that before. But then, you know, like when you lose a pair, like a single one, then I think it's really like, I don't know. What should you do? Like, do you think you should throw away or maybe keep that one and buy another one from the secondhand market, I guess? Some people were selling it, just one single earbud. So I don't know which way would be convenient or maybe cheaper. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Also, we have 마덕도 영어님 saying, 안녕하세요. 작년에 신용카드를 잃어버린 적이 있었는데요. 다음 날, 전날 지나온 길을 되짚어 가보니 제가 잠시 앉아 쉬었던 계단 아래 낙엽더미 위에 제 신용카드가 그대로 있더군요. 그럴 줄 알았다면 신용카드 분실 신고하는 야단 법석은 떨지 않았을 텐데요. 카드 새로 발급받으면 번거로운 일이 많잖아요. So she was making all the fuss about reporting a lost card, right? But then she realized she found it where exactly she had lost it. Oh, but still, right? 발급받고 항상, like when you kind of report that, you find it, right? 그래서 I canceled my reporting. 저도 분신 신고를 취소했던 적도 있어요. Oh, yes. That happens to me and everyone, right? Also, we have 세민님 saying, I lost my mom's credit card. Oh, okay. So you couldn't finish the sentence. Oh, I forgot to look right underneath. Anyway, 세민님 saying, I lost my mom's credit card in grocery store and I got it back. Woo, that's good. Did you go back to the grocery store? How did you get it back? Oh, I'm curious. Okay. Next time I lose something, like, isn't it hard though, guys, like to kind of track back where you were? Because for me, I just tend to go everywhere I like to go. So I don't know where like I've stopped by. So it's hard to keep track of that. But I guess Hamin님 is pretty wise, right? So thank you for sharing your answer. Also, we have Songyun님 answering to the question of the day. Once I traveled to Norway and got stolen my suitcase, which had my passport, flight/rail ticket, and laptop. Oh my gosh. Passport? I had the biggest panic in my life, but thanks to people's help, I came back safely. What happened? Oh my gosh. Maybe you were so crazed with all the schedules, I believe. Yeah, if you get your passport lost, do you have to go to the embassy, guys? Oh, I don't know. But anyway, your flight ticket was lost and your laptop? Oh my gosh. How did you restore all your stuff in there? I believe there were lots of files that you had in store, right? But just the thought of it makes me stressed out. But anyway, thank you for sharing your answer. I will make sure that I keep my bags to myself when I travel to Norway. Also, we have Jenny saying, when I went to New York, I just took my ordered coffee, leaving my bag on the chair, and I found my wallet gone. Fortunately, I didn't carry passport then. The feeling is so shameful, being careless. But don't blame yourself, Jenny. I mean, that happens to everyone, including me, right? But we got to be more careful when we're traveling abroad, right? In Korea, I think it's like super safe. If you leave stuff there, then people are not going to touch it. But if you're traveling abroad, I guess it turned out a little different. So make sure to keep everything to yourself. And there's like this bag where you can carry on your waist, right? I know that kind of looks funny for some people, but I believe that is like the safest, right? So make sure to have that kind of bag with you. Also, we have Yi-nim checking in. Hello, Yi-nim, and saying, I try to eat Korean instant noodles, but it's very hot. I know, Korean instant noodles. I haven't tried the very spicy one. I don't know. Should I try it, guys? I'm scared though. I heard that it gives you stomach ache for those people who can't stand the spiciness. But anyway, thank you for sharing your story, guys. Anyway, before we move on to our next segment, we're going to take a short music break. And here is 그랬구나 by Kid Wine.
걷다 보면 나아질 거라고 그냥 살다 보면 잊혀질 거라고 시간이 전부 해결해준다고 하지만 너는 선명해져와 잠이 오지 않는 날 감아봐도 안 가도 내 수장에도 나가보고 어두운 한강 잡아도 네가 내게 없는 게 가장 큰 이유인데 그랬구나 많이 힘들었구나 그랬구나 깊은 사랑을 했구나 힘들었구나 슬픈 이별을 했구나 눈물 흘릴 만큼 아름다웠었구나 하룻밤 지나가면 네가 비록 먼길 내 폰은 떠올리질 않는데 그냥 내가 원했던 것은 이런 게 아닌데 피곤해지도 채워지지도 않는 기분인데 그렇게 너는 사람 하나 미치게 만들어준 사람 만날게 너보다 더 행복하게 할게 이건 race가 좋다던 사람 만나라 잘 됐네 부질없는 말 진심 없는 말투 바뀐 말다 뱉어내고 느낀 건 네가 내게 없는 게 가장 큰 이유인데 그랬구나 많이 힘들었구나 그랬구나 깊은 사랑을 했구나 힘들었구나 슬픈 이별을 했구나 눈물 흘릴 만큼 아름다웠었구나 그대 이름을 버릇처럼 떼내어보고 네가 좋아하던 카페를 지날 때면 예쁘던 너의 모습이 보여 그렇구나 여기까지였구나 후회했구나 많이 못해줬었구나 보고 싶구나 많이 좋아했었구나 눈물 흘릴 만큼 너를 사랑했구나
TGIF, everyone. It's by Sized Banter.
Friday!
I'm Andrew. Friday is the happiest day of the week for me.
Yeah, I won't disagree. Yeah, I'll say it's good because even if you're having a bad day on Friday, you know you have a day. Well, not everybody. Most people have a day off on Saturday.
True. But for those of you who are working on Saturdays, good luck.
For those of you that I go into your retail establishment with my two monkeys that are kids and we cause problems, apologies.
Apologies.
Yeah.
Yes. But anyway, do you have any plans for the weekend? Any fun
This
plans?
weekend, nothing jumps out.
Nothing?
No, I'm just going to roll with it.
Ooh.
See how it goes.
Yes. So let's get into today's scene first and talk about the topic more.
Yeah, we're maybe going into the future or going into the past. So imagine we have a time machine, but there's a catch. We have to choose between the past or the future.
Andrew, I found a time machine. You can go 100 years in either direction.
Oh, stipulations. Only 100 years?
Yes, so the 1920s or 2120s.
Whoa, the 1920s had some great jazz, but no internet.
And the 2120s might have robots, but maybe no coffee.
No coffee. That could be a problem. Okay, I need to think about this.
All right, so here's today's question. We are traveling time, guys. 100 years into the past or 100 years into the future. 100년 전 대 100년 후. 여러분은 어디로 시간 여행하고 싶나요? There are some pros and cons to this. I mean, if you travel to the past, you get to see what your ancient history is like.
100 years ancient. We're not going to the pyramids here, Yunji.
I mean, like your ancestors, you get to see
Okay, yeah,
that.
sure.
If you travel into the future, you get to see what it's like, right? With
Yeah.
the robot world.
Sure.
And the advanced technology.
Yeah, sure.
Flying cars.
Maybe flying Yunjis.
I know.
Look out.
I would fly to BFM. And I could see Andrew flying next to me. I don't know.
We'd probably crash. It would be all right.
Like, get out of my way.
We have
right?
to hit the autopilot function. It'd be all right. Yeah, I think, for me, it would depend on where I'm at. So like Korea 100 years ago,
Yeah.
it's amazing how far Korea has come in. 1920s was still very developing. There's weren't any really big buildings.
True.
Things like that. Obviously a very different time. If it was 100 years ago, New York City, there's a lot of stuff that would look similar.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the skyscrapers were going up.
A great
and
perspective.
things like that. I think it would depend on where you are in the world. But I'm
Where
trying.
would you say you want to be?
I don't know. Like this is like looking at that movie, like Back to the Future.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Where
yeah.
they go different directions. Maybe if it was say like 200 years,
Okay.
I might choose the past. But like they say, like I think the title is the Roaring 20s because before the Great Depression, like
yeah.
everything that was going on. This is North America. All right. But I think I like the style of the 20s. You know, all men were you always saw them in suits. Everyone was wearing a hat, like really cool hats, or I think they're cool anyways. Yeah, you know, like fedoras and things like that. And it was a really prosperous time for a lot of people moving west, I guess it was. So maybe that. But also, I feel there'd be a lot of things that you'd miss maybe from your daily life that makes things so convenient. Do you know what I mean? Like just going down to the mart or getting your coffee or something like that. So I don't know. I think it would be, I don't know. I kind of want to go into the past.
Oh, you kind of
and see, because I would, you know, hopefully I would meet my grandfather's parents, so my great grandparents,
in that
you know,
sense.
that kind of stuff. It would be kind of neat.
And kind of talk about their life, right?
Yeah, see how things like that, and then also freak people out by telling them about the future. Or this is what I would do, people.
Okay.
I would go to the past.
Okay.
Because then I would tell my great grandparents what's going to happen in the future. Make
You're gonna have
sure
me.
you buy crypto or tell someone whenever there's this word cryptocurrency, buy it when it's pennies. And then one of those will be worth like $100,000. And they'll be like, you've lost your mind. You're going to be tied to a stake and burned. You know, that kind of thing.
They're going to be like, what is that exactly, right?
So I don't know. How about yourself? Which one jumps out at you that you would want to do?
I mean, like recently, after me watching those historical movie that came out,
Sure.
I definitely want to like travel to the past and do some of the things that you've mentioned.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be able to survive without the technical stuff. For example, internet,
Okay.
AC
Yeah.
during the winter. I mean, sorry, during the summer season. Sorry, guys. Okay, I've lost my mind. I wouldn't be able to survive. I don't know. Maybe.
But I think also, I mean, I don't know how long do we have to spend there, but also I think it might make you realize what you have. And then also maybe that you don't need to rely on things as much.
Oh, true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think there's things that we're never going to get away from, like internet banking and things like that, because the whole world now is, you know, connected in that way.
Yeah.
But I think there's maybe you're like, oh, well, I will want to go meet people. I will want to talk to people more. So I don't know. How about going into the future, 100 years?
Wow, 100 years.
So 2120.
2120. Wow. I don't know what that would be like. Like these days, they're talking about how they're developing robots doing your laundries.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of scary, but like in 2120s, I think that would be something that's very casual.
Yeah, it'd be the norm.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be very, very normal.
So you would
right?
have your kids, your family, plus a robot.
Yeah.
The same height as
Like that movie,
Me?
what was that Will Smith movie, I, Robot?
Oh,
Yeah, like something like that. Yeah.
So I thought that would be kind of scary.
Yeah, I
would
think-
you like to have robot in your house?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, a lot of people have those robot vacuums right now.
Oh, true.
You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
go all around your house,
Sorry
clean
to
stuff.
cut you off.
Yeah. No, totally. But I think, I don't know, I think it's something where if somebody told you, say, 30 years ago, oh, yeah, would you want to have a computer in your hand? Would you want to have this in your... A lot of people would be like, no, because I don't, that's like my privacy or something like that. So I think that might change.
Yeah.
But I also think like, I'd like to see what travel is like in 2120. Because 100 years, if we look like back 100 years, obviously the innovation has, you know, skyrocketed, you know, so are we going to be going to outer space often? Because people can go there now. You know what I mean? They don't have to be astronauts to do it. You know, are we going to be 100 years from now living on other planets? I don't think so. But, you know, there might be some more exploration. But I don't know. I think that going into the future, sure, there'll be more robotics.
Sure.
Also, technology is going to keep, you know, evolving and improving. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see.
But I mean, these days there are so many kiosks replacing humans in convenience stores or like
100%.
hospitals, right?
Yeah.
So I think like by the time it's 2120s, there will be no human in stores.
Yeah, the interaction would probably, or like you'd be like, whoa, look at that retro store. There's a real person working in there. Could you imagine that?
Oh my
Or
gosh.
if I went 100 years in the future, just like in the past, I'd be looking around at like brands. What's a big brand? Who's running things now?
And then go back to the
Yeah,
past.
they're like, all right, whenever this pops up, just invest.
Oh, okay. So he's trying to make some fortune out of it.
100%. 100%. Be ahead of it.
All right. So I guess if you had to pick one, what would you go for? Into the past or into the future?
I think I don't want to meddle in things from the past.
Okay.
Because I would stick my nose in these things and stuff. So I'd probably want to go to the future.
Okay.
Yeah.
You go to the future.
Yeah.
Same for me too. I don't know if I would be able to handle all the, slower pace.
Watch out for flying Yunjis, everybody.
Woo, see you in the future. Okay. So anyway, coming back to today's question, time travel, 100 years into the past or 100 years into the future? So that was our question. Anyway, thank you, Andrew.
Bye-bye,
Thank you, guys.
everyone.
See you next week. Alrighty, everyone. That was our bite-sized banter segment with Andrew, and we're awfully white, right? So, if we were to travel in time, so this is our question: 100 years into the past or 100 years into the future? 100년 전 대 100년 후. 여러분은 어디로 시간 여행을 하고 싶으신가요? So that's our question. And another factor that may affect your decision, as I was looking at the video, was that the answers may vary depending on what kind of job that you guys have at the moment, right? For me, as I'm in English broadcasting right now, if I travel 100 years into the past, I don't know if some people would understand what I was saying, right? So I guess there are more needs because I'm living in this earth like right now, right? So in that sense, I think I may want to travel into the future because I would lose my job if I go back into the past, right? And also like there are some people like who are professional musician, right? And in that case, if you have like hundreds of songs from the 1900s, right? Early 1900s memorized, then you're going to be like the most successful writer, right, in the music history. And I was kind of looking up like who are some famous composers of that time, right, in the 1900s, early 1900s. And one of my best like composers would be Claude Debussy, right, and also Sergei Rachmaninoff. And I just absolutely love their songs, right? So if you travel back then you would be in line with them, right? And you would become super famous like them. And I mean, these composers like created like seminal works between the 1900s and 1920s, transforming the classical music that Sang-Yun-님 absolutely loves, right? So yeah, if you guys haven't checked out the music, I definitely recommend checking out Rachmaninoff's Piano Concerto No. 2, which is my favorite classical music ever. And like you guys should check out the one with 성진 조 Seong-jin, right? The famous pianist with the orchestra. It's just amazing. So let's see what our CDs are saying about today's topic. We have 마덕도 영어님 saying 100년 전이건 100년 후건 둘 다 제가 없는 세상이네요. 100년 전 세상은 책이나 TV에서 많이 봤으니까 저는 미지의 세계인 100년 후로 갈래요 라고 보내주셨어요. I know that there are so many like documentaries and books about the history, right? So she prefers to go to the mysterious 100 years later. I wonder what it would be like, right? Are there gonna be like flying cars? I don't know. Because like when you think about a decade ago, people didn't expect this much people nowadays to use smartphones, right? Yeah, and it was like so weird seeing people using smartphones. But nowadays, it's rare to find those people who don't use it, right? Even like old people, like the elderlies, know how to use their smartphones. So I thought, ooh, the world is changing definitely, right? Also, Travis is saying 100 years ago, while we were kind of going through the hardship historical wise, so surely I will choose 100 years into the future, but I'm not even sure if humanity still exists. Wow, very philosophical, Travis. Good point there. Yeah, I know, like, so I guess everyone's choosing future, but sometimes there will be some times where we will miss nowadays, right? So, yeah, cherish the moment, everyone. Also, we have Siwon Dunim saying, I want to go 100 years ahead just to see what the world looks like and how people live. And I'm curious if life will be better or more complicated. Yeah, this is the thing that I was talking about, right? We don't know if it's going to be even better or, I don't know, complicated. That's a good way to put it, right? So I guess, yeah, enjoy the moment that we have right now. Enjoy whatever, be content with what we have, but never stop working, right? Working hard. So anyway, thank you guys for sharing this. Yes, and this question itself kind of makes us think about our life and look back on what we have, right? So make sure to be thankful and be grateful for what you have at the moment. So with that, we're going to wrap up today's bite-sized banter, everyone. Thank you for spending your hours with us here, and we'll pick up on Monday with more fun chats. And for now, we're going to pause for a bit and take a breather, and here's What a Love by 도영.
살며시 눈 감으면 자꾸 떠오르는 밤 온통 너로 달아오른 heart 달 꿈꾸네 day and night day and night 아득하게 펼쳐진 푸른 밤하늘 그 위로 우릴 던져버린 채 날아올라 어디로든 떠날 거야 In youth 별빛 아래 우리 마음 번져가고 세상 가운데 마주선 너와 나를 봐 What a love 서로를 알아본 그 순간의 기적 Need your love 영원히 내 곁에 빛이 되어줘 Trust me 달콤한 이 페이지의 주인공은 너야 눈부신 계절 속에 너의 손을 힘껏 잡고 망설임도 없이 뛰어들 거야 오늘 우린 자유로워 In youth 네가 맴돌아 시간의 경계를 허물어 1분 1초마다 떠올라 What a love 서로를 알아본 그 순간의 기적 Need your love 영원히 내 곁에 빛이 되어줘 Trust me 달콤한 이 페이지의 주인공은 너야 사랑일까 아니면 순간의 착각일까 모르는 척 오늘 내게 입맞출까 Oh yeah Oh my love You're so wonderful Want you to know Your light is colorful 내 맘은 너의 빛으로 물들어가 You
now it's time for K-pop Dispatch, and this is a part of the show where we catch up with what's happening in the K-pop world, the newest releases, the comebacks that everyone's talking about, and a few headlines making waves among fans. So let's check in with the scene and see what's buzzing right now. First up, we have Coloring by NavyQuokka. So NavyQuokka is an artist known for warm, comforting sounds and a very gentle, positive vibe, just like the name suggests. And the quokka here is often called the happiest animal in the world. And that same bright energy really comes through in the music. And this song tells a simple but touching story how meeting someone can completely change your world. And there's a line that describes a once black and white life becoming full of color. And that idea runs throughout the entire track. It's soft, sweet, and easy to listen to, but at the same time, it leaves a warm impression that stays with you. So if you're in the mood for something light and comforting today, this one might be just perfect. Next up, we have La 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 by Minyoung of 부부걸 by Mighty Mouth. So this track is actually a remake of their 2011 hit song, which brought back about 15 years later with a fresh sound and a new energy. Mighty Mouth has always been known for their fun, upbeat style, and this version keeps that same lively vibe with catchy beats and a melody that's hard to forget. And the lyrics here are all about letting go of your worries and enjoying the feeling of setting off on a trip, something that instantly lifts your mood. And with Minyoung's bright and powerful vocals added in, the song feels even more refreshing and energetic. And it's the kind of track that naturally makes you want to smile and maybe even sing along without realizing it. So now, without further ado, let's go listen to these two songs back to back. First up, we have Coloring by NavyQuokka, followed by La 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 featuring Minyoung of 부부걸 by Mighty Mouth.
Why do I find myself smiling at sky, waking me up from a long winter gloom? I didn't notice the birds on the tree until the moment you walk in, when the is in the rhythm of your heart beat now. Name is coloring, and I wish we'll be together. 너에게 스며들어가. Yeah, I'm coloring with you. Name is coloring, and I wish we'll
찾지 마요 저 태양이 날 부르네요 잠시만요 날 떠나요 잃어버린 나를 찾아올게요 전화기는 잠시 꺼놓고 음악은 크게 틀어놓고 그 노래는 같이 따라 부르며 라라라라라라라
날 찾지 마 Sorry I'm on a vacation 순간만을 꿈꿔왔던 거야
나도 그대를 따라 떠나고 싶어요 자 이제 시동을 켜고 나와 같이 Let's go
난 오늘 떠날 거야 나를 찾지 말아줘 저 뜨거운 태양을 만나러 갈 거야 춤추고 노래 부르는 여행이 시작된 거야 Fiesta 라라라라라라 라라라라라라
이 순간이 영원하면 좋겠어 친구들의 벤치 말자 forever 남는 건 사진 but let's take a photo Show me what you got that's challenge 고고 네가 좋으면 나도 좋아 밤새도록 놀아보자 성장 jump in the boom 365일 춤추네
날 찾지 마 Sorry I'm on a vacation 순간만을 꿈꿔왔던 거야
나도 그대를 따라 떠나고 싶어요 자 이제 시동을 켜고 나와 같이 Let's go
난 오늘 떠날 거야 나를 찾지 말아줘 저 뜨거운 태양을 만나러 갈 거야 춤추고 노래 부르는 여행이 시작된 거야 Fiesta 라라라라라라 라라라라라라
Hola amigo señorita
Hola amiga señor 나 오늘 떠날 거야 나를 찾지 말아줘 저 뜨거운 태양을 만나러 갈 거야 춤추고 노래 부르는 여행이 시작된 거야 Fiesta 나 오늘 떠날 거야 나를 찾지 말아줘 저 뜨거운 태양을 만나러 갈 거야 춤추고 노래 부르는 여행이 시작된 거야
And now it's time for Song of the Day, one song that gently gathers together the moments that we've shared throughout our show today. So we talked about those small but surprising moments in everyday life, like leaving your belongings behind and still finding them right where you left them. And we also share stories about lost items, the relief of getting something back, or the simple act of turning something in for someone else. And along the way, we had some light conversations, a few fun what-if moments about time travel, 100 years to the past or 100 years to the future, and even caught up on some fresh music in the K-pop scene. And I mean, all of those moments, in a way, come down to something simple, the connections that we share even in passing. So for today's Song of the Day, we've chosen a track that reflects that feeling. And the Song of the Day is 별들 앞에서 by 데이식스. And this song carries a quiet, emotional message about looking up, holding on to memories, and finding comfort in the moments that we share with others. So as you guys listen to the song, maybe think about those one small moment from today that felt a little more meaningful than usual. So now let's go play this song. Today's Song of the Day, 별들 앞에서 by 데이식스.
참 지난 날 지나주 조금씩 밝아오더니 눈이 부셔서 걸음을 멈춰버린 지금 여긴 별빛들이 쏟아져 내리고 감격에 한껏 젖은 채 난 노래를 부른다 퍼져가는 이 멜로디 별들이 춤추는 밤 꽤 오래 걸리긴 했지만 다 다른 것 같아 수많은 별들 앞에 눈앞이 눈물로 흐릴 때 혼자서 다독여왔던 지난 날 한참을 지나서 서서히 밝아져 눈이 부시게 내 세상을 감싼다 지금 여긴 별빛들이 쏟아져 내리고 감격에 한껏 젖은 채 난 노래를 부른다 퍼져가는 이 멜로디 별들이 춤추는 밤 오랫동안 꿈꾼 이 순간 영원을 바란다 수많은 별들과 함께 Swim, swim, water falling off your skin. Swim, swim, I could spend a lifetime watching you swim, swim. This is how it all begins. Swim, swim, I just wanna dive, I just wanna dive.
My world, gone away, I still wake up in this map world. Name a place that I can breathe on this map world. Looking like a goody in this bad world. Bad world, don't know how to act, girl. I'm in the deep, tell me where the hell you at, girl. Oh, you ain't even gotta love me back, girl. You know that I'm never holding back, girl. Yeah.
So easy to make it so hard. Nights like these, I just wanna get lost. Right here with the moon and the stars. I ain't gotta think, but I think maybe I just swim, swim. Water falling off your skin. Swim, swim. I could spend a lifetime watching you swim, swim. This is how it all begins. Swim, swim.
I just wanna dive, I just wanna dive.
Water so deep, water so deep. Take it off the ground, I ain't never getting cold feet. Yeah, you know me, yeah, you know me. Sitting on the shore, now I'm ready for the whole thing. I can feel the high waves coming. While you run away, you can run it. Sound on my tongue, she's stunning. You're the only place that I wanna be. Yeah. Swim, swim. Water falling off your skin. Swim, swim. I could spend a lifetime watching you swim, swim, swim. This is how it all begins. Swim, swim. I just wanna dive, I just wanna dive. Splash, splash, river. Make waves with my two friends. Splash. take it across the line. Under here we gon' chase the time. Baby, everything can be so sad. Through my face on the west side. I just wanna dive, I just wanna dive. Swim, swim. Water falling off your skin. Swim, swim. I could spend a lifetime watching you. Swim, swim, swim. It all begins. Swim, swim. I just wanna dive, I just wanna dive.
That was 별들 앞에서 by Day6, followed by Swim by BTS. And yes, the song was just released, right? And they performed on Jimmy Fallon's Tonight Show, right, at New York, receiving lots of love from their fans, right? And hope you guys check that out as well. And let's see what our sweeties are saying. We have Jenny Loves Music saying swim and put a little emoji. All kinds of surfing and swimming emoji. I love that, love that. Anyway, thank you. Also, we have PK님 saying 100년 전은 어떤 세상인지 알지만 100년 후의 세계는 어떨지 몰라서 100년 후로 가보고 싶어요. Oh, I see. So he wants to travel to the future. I see. But you guys are leaving out the most important thing. Do you know what it is? That we are going to age that much. If you travel to the future, then you're going to be, let's say that you're in your 20s, you're going to be 120 years old. 120살이 된다는 거죠. But if you travel back to the past, then that means you're becoming younger. Ooh, right? So in that sense, what do you want for your answer? In that case, I think I want to travel back to the past. Yeah, so thank you for sharing that, PK님. Also, we have Travis saying, I once lost 10 kilograms, which is about 22 pounds of my fat. But Yo-Yo found it and brought it back to me. So to this, we have Jenny Loves Music saying, ha ha ha, Travis Dean, lost and found. I know, lost and found. Ooh. But I mean, that's amazing, Travis. So you lost 10 kilograms of your fat. Oh, it's definitely like different from losing 10 kilograms of your weight and the 10 kilogram of your fat. Wow, that's amazing. So you must get like defined jawline, right? And those love handles, right? Ooh, I see. But how long did it take you to lose that much weight? Oh, I'm curious. So hard to lose weight these days, right? There are so many, like tons of good stuff out there. Like with the 버터떡, 그죠, 여러분? Dubai chewy cookies, those kind of stuff. It's hard to stay fit these days, all right? But still. For me, I think the best way that helped me to lose my weight was to starve at least, I think, 14 hours at least, right? So I'm sure that there are systems out there for you guys which work the best for you. But for me, at least 14 hours and eat, right? And stay busy with work. That worked the most, like, for me. But anyway, that's okay, Travis. Just enjoy your life and, you know, don't be too stressed about your weight and stuff. Yeah, you're gonna lose fat someday, right? And also we have Sang-Yun-nim saying, hey, Yoonji, I was a bit late yesterday, but I did join yesterday's show, remember? Do you remember the talking about the book Le Fourmis by Bernard Werber? I remember that, Sang-Yun-nim. Oh, thank you for the reminder. Oh my gosh, these days I forget stuff. Anyway, thank you guys so much. And Sang-Yun-nim saying, see you tomorrow, Yoonji. And I'm guessing he's coming to the public broadcasting event that's happening here at BFM Kids, right? And for those of you, just a heads up for our parent listeners out there, tomorrow at the National Maritime Museum in Busan, which is located in Yeongdo, we are having a BFM Kids event with Sam Hamilton and Bentley William. 그 형제들도 오고요. 이보영 선생님도 오시니까 I hope you guys send a lot of love and support for that event as well. And for further details, you can check it out on BEFM website and sign up. It's not too late right now, okay? So make sure to sign up for that as well. And before we ease into the weekend, here's one last song for you. Here's Leaves by 5월 5일. So take it easy, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll catch you live on Monday at 12:05. Bye!
소리들이 뭘까 무슨 마음과 눈을 맞춰볼까 떨어지는 거친 소리를 따라가다 마주친 건 마음은 소리를 안 냈어 혼자만 바라보게 조용히 남겨둔 게 있어 그게 또 날 가두기만 해 알다가도 모를 것 같던 마음을 날 바라보기만 할 때 너와 담아둔 빛이 보여 마주치네 이제야 You know the line now I ain't gonna fool anyone for a while 그대가 남긴 속상한 기억들의 굴레 I'm waiting for you know the line now I ain't gonna fool anyone for a while 그대가 남긴 속상한 기억들의 굴레 서른한 마음도 잠에 들어 사라질 때쯤 이 마음 가득 다해 놓아주려 했나 바람 부는 날 떨어지는 낙엽잎 같은 내 마음 가득 다해 부서지지 않을 만큼 말야 For you know the line now I ain't gonna fool anyone for a while 그대가 남긴 아름다운 기억들의 둘레 I'm waiting for you know the line now I ain't gonna fool anyone for a while 그대가 남긴 아름다운 기억들의 둘레 마음은 소리를 안 냈어 혼자만 바라보게 조용히 남겨둔 게 있어 그게 또 날 가두기만 해 알다가도 모를 것 같던 마음을 날 바라보기만 할 때 너와 담아둔 빛이 보여 마주치네 이제